Jimothy, the raccoon that the internet fell in love with.
And today we ask one question that the internet can't seem to agree on. Are pandas real?
One lesson from losing changed my life.
This episode's brought to you by
Backbone Coffee,
First Form,
with Great Lakes Fishing Expo.
and Heritage Roofing Company.
Watch or listen.
Watch,
Listen.
watch.
Subscribe. Like. Comment.
Hi, Chase.
Casting their faith to reach this world.
Fish on.
Welcome back to this episode of the Casting Faith podcast. David has been advised not to answer a few questions today. David, did Neil the Seal act alone?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Where were you on the night of the $30,000 of damages that this seal did to New Zealand?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights, the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Have you ever encouraged a seal to take a nap on a vehicle?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Is there anything that you want to say to New Zealand?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
David, have you ever exaggerated the size of the bass that you caught?
No.
You heard it here first, folks. Welcome back to the Casting Faith podcast. We have Chase, Southwest Indiana Outdoors, on the show today. Welcome back, my friend. We're pumped to have
Hey,
you.
good to be back. Good to be back, guys.
Look how he doesn't use the Fifth Amendment. See what I'm saying?
On the advice
Oh man, this is our friend Chase. I don't know, but that was just some fun that we were having. But this is Chase. He's been on before. He's got a awesome fishing YouTube channel. Check it out, Southwest Indiana Outdoors. He's got a lot of cool content. One of your recent episodes, the river fishing that you did, popping off, which is cool. You sent me that.
Yeah,
So pretty sweet.
Yeah,
man.
that video is going crazy, like kind of insane. It probably, when we get off of here, it'll be over 40,000 views
Dude.
and over 4,000 watch hours.
Man. So
Insanity.
we're gonna share this podcast with that channel. Maybe we'll get some of those thousands of views because it's tough.
For sure.
Over here. I'm just kidding.
For sure.
No, dude, it's been going good for both of our channels. You're always an encourager for me because like you've been a fan for a long time. Slowly became like a really close friend of mine, and I know Sean's and David as well. And we were glad to have you on last time, so we had to have you back. It's always fun to connect with like-minded people. And dude, you've always been an encouragement to me. You're always sending me like your YouTube stats, and then I look at ours, and then you look at ours, and I'm sure there's been comparison here and there, but it's different channels, man. And one thing that you taught me early on was that every channel is unique. And there's no, like, you're not going to figure it out. It's just consistency and timing is going to figure it out for you, I think. That's at least what I'm gathering. But man, I'm so excited to see that pop for you and that growth. It like takes the pressure off the year. Like one good video will take the pressure off.
Yes.
The year. And so that's so cool. But it does, man. It gives you like a lot of highs and lows, this content thing. But we just want to make sure that we, like, our goal is just to cast faith in this world, man, in everyday life. We're like an everyman podcast, and that's kind of what we're going for. We just talk about what we love, and so that's fishing, faith, all kinds of weird stuff, and you either like it or you don't, you know, but we are we.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different ways to skin a giraffe.
I've never skinned a giraffe, personally, but I'm sure there are.
And what
many
happened to
ways.
Gracie the giraffe, dude?
She's all right. They found her.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Do you have eyes on her?
So I do know there are two ways to skin a squirrel. You can start at the tail or start at the feet.
There we go.
You know? I don't know about a giraffe, but I'm sure there are more than two ways.
I mean, I don't know, like fish are pretty much all the same when you fillet a fish, you know?
Hey, do you remember that? Give me back that fish.
I do.
Give me that fish.
I do remember that. Oh, man. So, dude, how's the summer been going? I know we talked a little bit about that video that you did. You've been fishing tournaments. You've been fishing. You fish a lot because you run a fishing channel. So how's it been going?
Yes. Yeah. So in reality, it's been a super busy summer. Just life gets in the way. Talked on here before, but I have 4 kids. So 4 kids take up a ton of time, especially in the summer. So yeah, we've not gotten to fish as much this year as what we did last year, but we're still fishing a decent amount. I will say we talked about content creation and just going to kind of go into that real fast. I might have even talked about it on our first episode, talked about experiencing some burnout. So I had a random bout of burnout. So when you are recording your fishing videos and you're not having good days on the water, when you are getting on the water, it is tough to put that content out and to spend time editing that content because you're like, is anybody going to like this? And ultimately, most of the time, your regular viewers are like, look, catching fish or not, you're still the same person. You're still going out there and having a good time.
Yeah.
But it's still hard from the creator side of things. So I hit this little minor phase of burnout and kind of didn't know what to do, was struggling editing a few videos that I had in my backlog. And me and my wife went out for a river fishing trip, just thinking, hey, this is going to be cool. It's going to be a change up. Hitting a river that we've been talking about going to for several months. And about 15 minutes into the day, like the river came alive.
Yeah.
There were fish exploding, a blue heron sitting on a tree that was in the water. So like you couldn't see the heron. I could from my viewpoint. My wife could not. And all of a sudden these fish are exploding and the blue heron starts going crazy, which if you fished around them, you know they have like this awful squawking sound. So ton of splashing.
Sounds like the Aztec death whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very much so. So like tons of splashing and that squawking, and my wife is like looking like, what is in the water? Like she literally said, are there gators in this water? You know, knowing that there aren't gators in Indiana. But like she's like thinking, do we need to turn around and get out of here because something is in trouble right here? And we make our way up and I make a cast up to this tree. And my very first cast throwing a topwater lure, a buzzbait,
Man,
just gets exploded on.
that's awesome.
And I'm throwing BFS, which is ultralight bait casting gear. And when the fish hits it, it just starts screaming drag. So I'm like, I don't know what this is, but it is huge. And turned into wipers, which are hybrid striped bass. And we got into a fun little mess of them. And that was the way that kicked off the video. And while we were on the river, I was like, I cannot wait to get home and start editing this footage.
Yeah.
And it was just that turnaround, you know, I had been hitting that burnout and I could not wait to get home. I had no clue. Like if I knew my regular followers were going to think, hey, this is cool. This is fun, you know, but I had no clue what it was going to build into. And, got home and worked on marketing that video and put together multiple shorts that kind of teased it to go out. And several of the shorts really took off and did well. And I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, when a short video does well, it brings a few more subscribers. It brings some excitement to the channel. And you'll generally get a handful of views on your long form. And then when the video posted, it started off normal, about the same as most of my videos. The first few hours it had like 20 to 30 views and I was like, really cool. Hey, it's doing well. People are liking it, getting a bunch of comments. And then like hour 5 kicks in and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it's at like 800 views now and comments are just popping off. And for 6 days straight, every time I would get on analytics, it had anywhere from 200 to 500 views in the last hour. It was just, it was wild. Awesome. So I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed editing it and everybody else enjoyed it too, which was one of those things that we don't always experience.
Yeah. I think for me, which that's awesome, dude. And you want that to be the norm, but it's just not.
Yes.
Like we've had moments, we've had shorts get like, we had one get like 37,000 views. We had one get like 103,000 views. We've had different things like that happen. And it always brings in subscribers, but the long form just kind of stays the same 30 people.
Yes.
You know? And it's discouraging. And so part of it for me is like, oh, and then like when you're in it for more than a year, all those good views go away. They don't count towards this year's deal. So that's frustrating. But I've tried not to look at the analytics so much and just focus on the system that we're building. I know this is a lot of inside talk, like shop talk, but it's helpful to whoever's doing content or podcasting out there. It's just tough to like, it's tough to sit there and watch something that you spent time on, especially if it's a hobby. Like I genuinely love just sitting here talking with my friends, you know?
Yes.
And I love fishing. But when your hobby becomes work, you know, and then that work isn't producing the way you feel it should, that's tough, you know? And there's a lot of highs and lows. But I really do just, I'm a firm believer in anything in life, just discipline and reps in will eventually pay out, and you'll have those high moments, and they'll be sweeter because you know went through. But I would say this too: some of our most meaningful episodes didn't get thousands of views, you know, but it meant something to that one person, you know, and so that's a big
yes
for us. But man, that's exciting that happened, and you know, hopefully it keeps happening, and it usually does. It usually brings a burst, and then you just got like, you know, of those 4,000 watch hours, maybe 5 or 10 people will come and watch everything, and there'll be like a snowball effect, and that's sweet, man. That's a great feeling. But yeah, dude, it's tough when it's like good for a little while and then just months of nothing. We're about to enter that season 2. You know, it's coming where it's just going to be flat line for a few months because of all the holidays and all the different things that happen.
Well, that's when you come visit us at the Great Lakes Fishing Expo.
There it is.
Right.
Shameless plug. Right. Dude, are you coming? We haven't really talked about that.
I'm not 100% positive, but that is my goal. My goal is to be there and get to walk through it, check it out, and obviously hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
that's going to be the really cool thing.
Let us know, man. That'll be fun. Well, definitely, we want to have you in studio. We're always doing this.
Gonna happen.
You know, what's it called? Stream, whatever. We're streaming, and it's always it's tough. It's tough. It's not the same vibe. You don't get the full experience. We want you to have the full experience, and we want to give you things like without having to mail you things, you know. So it'll be fun. But bro, I have a story. You ready for this?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So a few weeks ago, a 5-second video from Seattle left millions of people asking the exact same question: what in the world is this? And at first glance, it looked like some kind of, you know how we talk about the Bigfoot man occasionally. It looked like what you might call a cryptid. Maybe it's a baby bear. Maybe it's a giant rat. Maybe it's like a sad experimental dog or something. Maybe it's something that escaped from a lab. But it wasn't any of those. It was a wild raccoon that has been lovingly named Jimothy. You heard it. Jimothy. Jimothy
looks like a Jimothy.
He does look like a Jimothy. Chase, Jimothy was born with a rare condition called short spine syndrome. His body is compressed, so his proportions look almost impossible. By all accounts, he should not be living a good life, but he's living his best life. He became like an internet sensation overnight. He's on t-shirts. Everybody's talking about Jimothy. And instead of becoming a sad story, he's become the internet's favorite underdog.
It looks like, if you see the picture of him, it looks like when you take like a what's it called? It's like almost like a video, and like whatever's moving when you take the picture looks like he's like compressed. It looks really weird, but it's been like super popular in Seattle. The Mariners, the baseball team, actually had a Jimothy night and gave away a Jimothy t-shirt. And
yeah, dude, he's everywhere right now. I'm gonna send you a screenshot so you can see it.
Have you not seen?
I'm looking right now at it.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty wild. But man, I love when this kind of things happen. Like, I don't know, it has nothing to do with fishing.
Dude, that's a chupacabra.
It looks like a chupacabra. Like, that's what they saw. They didn't see.
They saw Jimothy.
They just saw like a deformed raccoon, man, with mange or something, you know? I think everything has an explanation, and Jimothy's just a, you know, different kind of coon, you know?
We've been talking, or we've talked about this in the past. Raccoons are slowly becoming domesticated. Can you imagine a domesticated Jimothy running around?
Dude, I kind of want one.
I don't
So-
know that Jim.
Hilarious on that point. You'll see on one of my upcoming videos, my wife literally talks about that, about, wishing that raccoons were animals that were domesticated years ago because, they're just the cutest things and they're fun to watch. And she's like, they should have been domesticated forever ago. So yeah, that's hilarious that it would go in that direction.
Yeah, dude. So funny story. A couple years back, I had two friends. Her name was Ashley, and she had a pet raccoon, and it had diapers. I remember, and I wondered why. Like, can't we train it to go in the litter box? But it was diapered up, bro. And that's a deal breaker.
Like, that's a weird concept.
Diaper though?
Why did we domesticate cats to poop in a litter box? Why didn't we do the whole dog thing and take them outside? I don't understand that. I still don't understand that.
Some people train them to go on the toilet.
Yeah.
Jimothy, though, I couldn't do the diaper. We'd have to figure it. We'd have to go for a walk.
Jimothy could do the diaper looking at his body.
I don't think so either.
They're smart animals. They can learn.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. She went fishing with us, and so did that raccoon. Remember that?
And a skunk.
Went cat fishing.
Baby skunk.
Yep, baby skunk and a raccoon. Interesting times, man. But so yeah, they're starting to be domesticated.
Foxes too, dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Foxes
Yeah.
are starting to become domesticated too.
I guess why not?
They're cool animals.
I guess why not?
Oh, yeah,
I don't
they
like a
are.
cat or a
But-
dog.
When you think about like domesticated animals, they mostly serve purposes. What purpose would a raccoon? Well, they used to, I guess. Raccoon and fox serve.
I mean, you could have it go grab you like a granola bar out of the cabinet,
I guess.
I think
Got those little hands.
crows. We talked about this before, but crows are bringing people all kinds of
Oh.
things.
Listen, first of all, not crow related at all. But when you said that the fish started blowing up on the river, it made me think, have you guys seen the video of the orcas and just explode?
Yeah,
the
dude.
sunfish?
Yeah, like using it as a soccer ball. Insane.
Yeah.
Just obliterates it.
So I have seen one of those ocean sunfish, like in person. I was out on a fishing charter and one swam up to the boat. Massive animal.
Oh yeah, giant.
Huge. And to see those videos of those orcas just cannonballing it, like headbutting
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
it. Insane.
And it's like they're just having fun
Mhm.
by it's like a train running over a goat, dude. It's insane in the water. I don't know why that, but like it just looks crazy in the water. Just explodes. It's there and it's
Just-
gone.
So they just started documenting it. They've never seen them have this activity before, and it literally, like
Yeah.
you said, just seems like they're doing it for fun.
Yep. It's like
Yeah.
a soccer ball. Those are the most pointless fish too. You can't eat them because they're
No.
full of parasites.
What's it called? A moa?
They don't feel pain. I don't think.
I don't know. They look.
Yeah, that's what they say.
They're
But how do we
huge, but
know
they're
that?
super ugly fish.
They're starting to say that grass feels pain when we cut it.
That's why it releases a smell, dude.
It's like a warning sign
Just
to other
tears.
plants.
Tears. Did you know that mitochondria is the powerhouse of all
I
cells?
did know that.
Damn,
I've heard that before.
I've heard that. We just like sleeper cell the whole generation of 90s.
Well, that's what it means, but I know
I
it.
don't know, but it means something.
But back to raccoon and Jimothy, and so I saw a report that they're thinking that there might be multiple Jimothys.
I seen a dog with the same syndrome.
I seen a dog with the same syndrome too. His name was Pugsy.
I miss that dog. That was a fun dog. I used to have a puggle. It was like a pug and a beagle mix. And
Had a snaggle tooth.
It did.
Snorted all the time.
it was such a fun dog.
It was my favorite.
But man, yeah,
I think it looked kind of Jimothy.
so recently our family cat was put down. R.I.P. Pee Wee.
Yeah, but it was like 27.
Yeah, it
years
was
old.
super old. It was like 18 years old. And I was done. I'm going to be real. My kids don't really listen yet, but they will one day. I was kind of ready to just not have a cat. You know, I'm not a cat guy.
Yep.
And, it was my,
He's the one that poops in the box, not the cat.
no, I don't do that. You're on vacation mode for sure. I can't say I've never done it. No, I'm just kidding. I can say I've never done it. You know, those outhouses. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever
You
you
said
guys like
okay.
yourself.
Yeah, we put her down and there was raccoons on my porch at night. So our neighbors moved out and she was a crazy cat lady. And she fed all this colony of stray cats. And we've talked about it before on the show. I've had to like bury like a random
Yes.
cat before. So there's just like a gang of cats in our neighborhood that just come
What
around.
is a herd of cats called?
A colony. It's called.
Is it?
It is. It's a colony of strays, and they just go house to house, and everybody in the neighborhood feeds them, including my wife. And they just keep showing up, and I'm like,
You know what they say: when you
Hey.
feed them,
they're never gonna
you
leave.
feed them.
Oh, do you see that video of that woman that started feeding raccoons?
Yes,
Like
dude.
two
speaking of
raccoons.
Did you see this?
I have not
seen
seen
like 2 raccoons, and if you, like you said, if you feed them, they'll always come back, but they'll also tell their friends.
Yeah.
She had to call the police because there was like hundreds of raccoons coming to her house every day, like to the point where she couldn't open the door without them trying to get in her house.
So I saw this. She fed 2 of them for a few years, and she was like, they were just friendly, and then they one night, like for years it was just a couple, and then one random morning she comes outside and there's hundreds of raccoons just sitting there staring at her. She can't even leave her driveway because there's so many of them, and they're like, did you feed them? She's like, yeah, I fed them. Like they were just so sweet, and it's like, well, you get what you get, just imagine waking up to a couple hundred Jimothys just sitting on your porch. Seattle, do you know what you're doing when you're feeding this thing?
Jimothy's kind of shaped like a kickball, though.
They're saying that he might have some relatives.
That's what I'm
with the
saying.
same
They
thing.
thought that there's multiple.
Yeah.
I wonder if, unfortunately, it happens in wildlife, but there's deformities. I wonder if it's just like a genetic deformity that just showed up in that family of raccoons.
But like the thing is, like this is a reach, but I'm gonna go there. Jimothy is not a normal raccoon. He's an oddball. And instead of the world hating on him, everybody just celebrated him.
Are you going to link Jimothy to the Bible right now?
I might. Everybody's no.
That's masterful.
We'll see. We'll see what we can cook up here. But no, he was an oddball, right?
Mm-hmm.
But instead of
Shunned from society.
he was shunned from society, but he wasn't shunned from society. Society embraced him completely.
Embrace the
And they embraced it and they celebrated him. And he's become like a symbol of positivity instead of, a negative. He could have been just like every other raccoon out there. But instead, you know what he was? He was his old disformed self.
He was his own Jimothy.
He was just Jimothy. And everybody just eventually got on with it. Like they celebrated him for his uniqueness. And so in a world full of normal raccoons, be a Jimothy. Maybe. I don't know. This isn't really good, but it's okay. We're just saying. Anyways, I thought it was interesting. Pretty sweet. We're getting comments right now. That's cool. Pretty sweet story about the deformed Jimothy.
I mean, cool. And it's been funny to watch all the people like freaking out watching videos of him. And like everybody who sees him is taking a video of Jimothy and just and he has no clue. That's the thing. Like,
no, but I guarantee you people are he's living his best life.
Oh, for sure. He's going to be, like I said, he's kind of shaped like a kickball already. He's going to be like a beach ball.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of odd animals.
Yeah. So, Chase, we kind of teased this with you before we got going. What can you guys tell me about the history of panda bears? Because I guarantee you it's not much, because in all actuality, they don't really show up in history until the late 1800s. So this significant sign of Chinese culture is not depicted in their history books.
It's interesting.
It's dragons are in their history.
Giants.
Yep.
Giants, dragons. All the other animals of the Chinese zodiac are, that's the other thing, the zodiac that they're so famous for, no panda bears. And they're like an animal that doesn't know how to be an animal. So here's my proposal. Pandas, while they are real animals, are manufactured animals. Hear me out. So did you guys...
So we talking like Hunger Games style thing?
Possibly. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Except, like, so first of all, the Chinese government owns all of the pandas in the world. Did you know that?
Government bears. I did not know that.
I've known that for a long time, but I didn't like piece it together until I started thinking about this and seeing this stuff on different channels on YouTube and whatnot. But like the pandas that are here in the United States in zoos are we leased them from China.
That's so insane. And we can't reproduce them.
So that's the other thing. A female panda bear only ovulates 3 days a year.
Mm-hmm.
And when they have a baby, they're so like the mother has no parental instincts at all. Like the way that the zookeepers get the babies from them to take care of them is by handing them the mother panda bear an apple, and she just kind of lays the baby down.
Crazies.
Yep. They eat bamboo, which has like no nutritional value. Yeah. They're bears, but they're I mean, they are, I guess technically they could be carnivorous, but they're herbivores essentially. Mm-hmm. Their facial structure does not match any other bear.
They do kind of look weird once you get up close on them.
They're super weird looking. It's I don't know. The fact that they're not, I mean, they're mentioned in history, but it's super rare.
You know what?
Weird.
Huh. I can tell you why they did it. So, what has been popular for kids for years and years? I mean, what's always one of your first toys?
Teddy bear.
A teddy bear. Is there a cuter teddy bear than a panda bear? So China made it up.
A living panda or teddy bear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
China made it up to get into the households of children and make them fall in love with panda bears. And, you know.
Wouldn't surprise me.
You know, off topic, but there couldn't be a worse animal to teach your kids to love.
Yeah. They're lethargic. They don't.
A bear will eat you.
Have you seen the videos of them? Like,
they will straight up eat you.
Oh, you mean like teddy bears?
Any bear. I'm talking about any bear.
I mean, I like bears. Bears are cool animals, dude.
They're cool, but we were trained to be like, oh, it's this cool. It's a cute animal. And
I mean, they'll
eat you, though.
They will eat.
They will eat you straight up.
Black bears are kind of passive.
You got real up there with that one.
Black bears are kind of passive.
I don't know, man.
Grizzlies will mess you up. So,
although, like in the last couple years, more black bear attacks have happened than like over hundreds of years.
That's very true. But I've also noticed, well, at least here in Ohio, so like black bears were common, and then we pushed them out.
Yes.
And now they're coming back. It's almost like they're like, enough's enough. Give me my land back.
Yeah. I don't know. All I'm saying is we could have picked a better toy for kids to love on than a teddy bear. Like Winnie the Pooh would never be like
that. Winnie the Pooh went around wearing no pants but a shirt all the time.
Odd choices, man.
And Winnie the Pooh did stay strapped.
He did.
Throwing it out
all the time.
I saw that. Yeah.
There's a pretty good T-shirt from I believe it's 9 Line has that with him walking around says "Stay strapped."
Yeah.
But no, dude, the whole panda bear thing, it's weird to me. Like, then you start looking at like I said, their facial structure, the bone structure of their face does not match any other bear. They eat bamboo. What is very prevalent in China? Bamboo. What is hard to control? Bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
It's like almost you manufacture an animal becomes a natural or a national symbol that eats bamboo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. Huh. It's coincidental, I guess. It's super weird.
So you think that it is, I don't know, man. You think that they're not real, that they were genetically?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I truly believe that. Just saying, like, the evidence is super weird.
Evidence?
Evidence. It's a clue. There's a clue to why the pandas are here.
It's a clue.
No, the fact that, like, dragons are so prevalent in their culture, but pandas aren't.
So you don't believe pandas are real?
I mean, I guess at the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based on my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
We got an ad. Don't go anywhere.
This episode is brought to you by Backbone Coffee.
This is the coffee we actually drink. It's not just because they're a sponsor of the show. We actually have this at home.
And right now, if you go to the website, you can mix and match 3 different bags for $45.
Or you could set up a subscription and cancel it at any time.
And our first-time buyers, if you use promo code CastingFaith, you get 15% off your order.
So go grab you some of the coffee that we actually drink.
Remember to use the link in the description to directly support the Casting Faith podcast.
We were talking about, I'm glad you can talk again, Mr. Plead the Fifth, but we were talking about on our ad break about the guy who got flipped by the bison. And Chase, you were saying that a truck had pulled up. Because a lot of people
Yeah,
think
so-
that it was his
You
fault.
know, hearing that the SUV that pulled up, which I mean, who hasn't seen that video yet? But the SUV that pulled up, I hear that they pulled up and started honking, and that's what actually made the bison get up and take off over there.
I'd be so mad. I'd be the kind of guy that gets flipped by a bison too. My face hit the yellow. That'd be me.
Yeah, you would.
So we did, for our 10th anniversary, my wife and I went to Grand Tetons and Yellowstone. And when you are in Yellowstone, like, you will see thousands of bison, like they're everywhere. And we were out looking at a site, and a herd of bison just kind of came around the corner, and I was definitely much closer than I should have been. And I may have had my wife yelling at me to get away before something happened.
You could have been viral.
I could have been viral all the way
Were
back
you
then.
creating YouTube content back then?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Probably for the best that you didn't get flipped by a bison. Then.
He was in good spirits, though. I saw an interview he did from the hospital bed.
So he's like, I don't know, man. We respect the animals, you know, but also like, don't be a jerk and honk your horn while somebody's 12 feet away from a bison. Like, what are we doing? They were trying to I saw this, and they were trying to stir up a reaction from the bison.
Yeah.
And they got it. And that's like grounds to sue, I feel. How we got that license plates number, you know? Maybe. I don't know.
Crazy.
They agitated it.
Yeah, but it's a wild animal.
I know. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a case. If you're a lawyer listening, let us know. Does he have a case? But man, what a survival story, no? Like that he was so old too. Not so old. So old to get flipped like that. I slept with the wrong pillow the other night, and I couldn't walk for 3 days.
You know, if I was thrown up in the air like that, I wouldn't be moving today.
Yeah, dude. And he was just happy, and man, what an experience. You live life. Live life.
Yeah.
But man,
Flipped by bison?
not good. Not good at all.
Backbone coffee?
Good.
That's good.
Speaking of backbone, they're coming up with some cake. You got some in there?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
The best coffee there is.
Man,
That's right.
so good. What's your favorite? Which ones have you tried?
Overtime grind.
Yeah.
That's mine. I like rolling coal. I like the what's the other dark roast? I can't remember the name of it off the top. Yeah, I like Graveyard Shift. Harvest Moon is good. I got a bag of that the last time I ordered. It's good. But man, I don't think there's a coffee out there better than Overtime Grind.
Man, it's good. They're all good.
Straight black.
I've been doing that. I've been actually mixing protein because it's summertime, and I'll do iced black coffee most of the days, but sometimes I'll throw a scoop of First Form in that. First Form has like a caramel latte, level 1 protein.
Your caramel latte.
It's good mixed together though. But yeah, man.
You like a frappuccino?
I don't like frappuccinos, man. I like iced black coffee. You like cake pops and frappuccinos.
Yeah, dude. They're good, dude.
I don't know.
Lots of sugar.
Shameless plug. Anyways, Backbone. See the link in the description. Get you some Overtime Grind. Shameless plugs. Shameless plugs.
Bonus ad break.
Yeah, bonus. No, they're doing some cool things though. Cam let us in on some stuff that they're doing. They're going to be making K-cups soon, which will come in like medium, dark, light roasts, and that's exciting. And they got some cool behind the scenes things happening. I pitched them an idea that I'm excited about. So we'll talk about it if it becomes a thing or not, but it's exciting stuff, man.
Casting Faith Roast, huh?
We'll see. But it's good stuff, man. And they're great people, and they're all about, everyday men and women that, are the backbone of this country and serving them good coffee at an affordable price. And so we're super grateful for them. Helps me survive the day, I got to have that caffeine. And speaking of survival, though, this is a harsh transition, but we're going for it. This is probably the craziest survival story that most people have probably never heard of. In 1915, a group of 28 explorers set out to become the first people to cross the continent of Antarctica on foot.
I don't believe it happened.
But before they ever reached land, disaster struck. Their ship, the Endurance, became trapped in miles of solid ice. And day after day, the pressure kept building until the crew could actually hear the wooden beams of their ship crack beneath their feet. Then the ice slowly crushed their ship. The Endurance splintered apart and sank beneath the frozen ocean, leaving 28 men stranded at the bottom of the world.
Time out for a second, because I know that you're going on a story, and I apologize. Man, isn't it kind of ironic that the ship was called the Endurance?
Right. Pretty crazy. So it splintered and sank beneath the frozen ice, leaving all 28 of these guys stranded at the bottom of the world. No radio, no rescue, no realistic way home, but every reasonable expectation that this should have become one of history's greatest tragedies, right? But instead, nearly 2 years later, every single man made it home alive and well. Many historians believe that one of the biggest reasons wasn't better supplies or better luck. It was their leader, Ernest Shackleton, who understood. Rusty Shackleton. Shackleton understood that if his crew had lost hope, that they would probably lose everything else. So he kept them moving. He gave them purpose. He celebrated birthdays. He found reasons to laugh. And even when everything around them was falling apart, he had a positive attitude. And while he knew that everything was out of his control, their circumstances weren't ideal, he could influence their attitudes. And so honestly, that reminds me of what we've kind of talked, me and you personally have talked on and off the air about before we started recording today. Man, there's highs and lows. There's unforeseen circumstances that take place, but your attitude through those seasons matter. And man, something that you said before, we hit record, Chase, really stuck with me. Man, the lessons that you're learning. When we talked about it briefly at the beginning of the episode about the burnout and the ups and downs of life and that emotional roller coaster of just living a purpose, And so, man, it's interesting that they all survived.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And one of the biggest reason was that their leader kept them positive and gave them purpose through that low season.
And that'll preach.
It would. It really would. I won't, but it would. And man, it's interesting because it applies to what we're talking about today. You're going to go through highs, you're going to go through lows, you're going to go through chaos in your life, and the key, I think, through those seasons are staying positive. Staying positive. Yeah. It's so easy to be in a bad situation and dwell on the bad situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of trying to see the positive in it. I try to teach my kids, no matter how bad your day is going, there is always something to be thankful for. And to switch our minds off of the negative and onto the positive is such a hard thing to do. But once you do it, it is the key out of that situation.
Yeah.
And so it makes me think with Endurance, though the ship sank, they kept endurance, they kept the faith, they kept positivity, even in a hopeless situation, and they eventually made it out. This is a super big stretch, but even Jimothy, man, dealt a really rough hand of cards, that raccoon, but look, the whole world is treating him positivity. They're seeing positive in it, And so it's really about outlook and perspective. And man, Chase, I wanted to ask you, man, and kind of give you the space to speak your faith and how this applies to you.
Yeah.
But how has this impacted your life? How has positive thinking? How has negative thinking, specifically with your fishing, with your life, with your channel, with whatever? How has keeping the positive mindset made an impact on you?
Yeah. So it's something that, and I'm not going to say I'm always the best at practicing what I preach here, but it's something that's definitely played a role in my life. I mean, for a very long time. And I think it's something that a lot of people deal with when you're going through something. If you let that, whatever it is, affect you, you tend to spin out and you tend to make things worse. And You know, me being a tournament fisherman, one of the things that I say frequently to people that are looking at starting tournament fishing, I'm like, okay, you wanna learn to do this. Go out there knowing when something goes wrong, how you're gonna handle it. Because it's not a, oh hey, maybe something will happen. No, something is going to go wrong when you're out there. And if when the first thing goes wrong, you let it get to you, it's going to make everything so much worse. You know, you're gonna be out there, you're gonna I fish out of a kayak. You're gonna get a fish in and you're gonna be measuring it, and that fish is gonna flop and it's gonna flop off the board before you get a picture of it in the tournament. And then the next time you hook into one, you're not going to net it right and you're going to mess that up too. And the more you get in your head, the more mistakes you make. Next thing you know, you might even tip your kayak over because you weren't paying attention because everything else was going on around you. And that plays in life too, man. Whether it's something as serious as what the story you just told, you know, hey, they were in a shipwreck and had to survive for 2 years in a place that seems unsurvivable, or something as simple as, you know, how am I going to pay my next bill? God is there. And if you get down about it and just, you know, try to do things all on your own without going the right direction, keeping a positive attitude and saying, hey, you know, whatever comes out of this, it's going to end up being for my good, then more and more things bad tend to just line up. You know, life is never going to be easy. I will say there are times in life that you're like, hey, things are flowing, but life is never going to be easy. There's always going to be work to put in, and when you let the small things get in your head, you tend to get into more trouble with the big things as well.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And I genuinely think like if it's so hard, there's something called the negativity bias. And it's just that our I told I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but our nature is fallen. When you go back to the beginning of the Bible, you see Adam and Eve sinned and they fell. And our nature is not glorified. Our nature is fallen. And so we don't just happen into the right decisions. You know, we don't just stumble upon positivity. We don't just stumble upon righteousness. We don't just stumble into a prayer life. We don't just stumble into a relationship with God. It doesn't work. You may have an experience and God will give you an encounter, and that's great. And those are necessary, and you should seek that. But our nature is fallen. And so we have this tendency to be fallen.
Yeah. Beyond that, though, too, what you surround yourself with matters. There is so much negativity in the world. And honestly, it's about safeguarding your kids right now, too, because social media in general is so wired to the negative. It's always promoting something horrible going on in the world, something horrible going on at school, something horrible going on at work, wherever. It's just constant negativity. It's about limiting that negativity in your life and surrounding yourself with good things. Surround yourself with your family. Put your phone down. Be present with the kids. Yeah, your kids are going to remember it, and it's going to benefit them as well. It's a positive thing in their life instead of constant negativity. Yeah. One of the things I remember growing up, and nothing against my parents in any way, but every night we watched the news. Every night after dinner, my dad would watch the news, and it's just constant negativity.
We would watch America's Most Wanted and Unsolved Mysteries, and my grandma would say, "You're going to end up like one of these kids." Because we were bad, or we weren't listening. She was like, "You're going to end up on Unsolved Mysteries if you do this."
It was every night. ABC World News Tonight with Peter Jennings, and it was all the negative in the world. And you sit there and you think, especially as a kid, man, all of this is going on, and what am I getting myself into?
Yeah, dude, we were afraid of, DB Cooper. And,
we weren't afraid of DB Cooper.
No, what was it? Not DB Cooper, the Zodiac Killer.
We were like,
for sure.
We heard about that. We were like,
he's after us.
There is so much negativity, and it's not. You don't have to look for negativity in the world. It finds you.
Yeah.
But if you can find a way to kind of turn off that negative, turn off the negative things being pumped into you, it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit your family, all the people around you, and then you're going to be that positive influence in people's life. You're going to be that positive at the time that they need. Especially with the kids, man, they're sponges, and all they're soaking up is negativity. What are they going to turn into?
And so, you know, this is where, you know, even as parents, you have 4 children, send them good content. You're not going to get them off of content.
No,
like that's not happening. And I'm a believer in limiting things. Like you shouldn't, you know, I believe in all that. You should have screen time. You should do your life 360, do all of those things. You know, you should govern and monitor and set them up for success. I'm a believer in all of that, but you're never going to eliminate it. There's always going to be some kind of entertainment for them. There's always going to be some kind of thing that they're going to, whether you know it or not, they're getting it. And so what you should do is show them something that's fun, show them something that's good, that it's wholesome. Stuff like your YouTube channel, if they're into outdoor fishing.
I was just about to say it. You just showed them the Cassie Hayes podcast. 100%. Southwest Indoor and Outdoors.
100%. Because, you know, they could watch, my daughters love watching fishing stuff, and we watch a lot of the Outdoor Boys, and we watch a lot of, which they're good. That's good content. Yeah. And we watch Fowler's Makeshift and Makery and Mischief or whatever. He was the Alone season 3 winner. He does a bunch of catch and cooks, and we watch that kind of stuff. But then you know how YouTube will just spin you off to the next thing. Randomly, you'll just be on some teenage fishing channel that is cursing and all kinds of stuff. It's like, man. So like be intentional and show them things that they're interested in that are good and godly. That's a big reason why we're here.
YouTube is such a dangerous tool.
Yes, it is.
And I say dangerous tool because it is a tool. It's super beneficial. But just like you're saying, you don't know what that next video, if it's autoplaying, is going to go to, and what you're going to be exposed to, or what your kids are going to be exposed to next. Yeah, I think that it's necessary. YouTube is awesome. I think that it's a necessity in today's society. There's so much to be learned, so much good content out there, but it's another thing that you have to be careful with.
Yeah, but like I said, if they're gonna see it either way, you might as well send them our way. You know, you might as well send them to Chase's channel. You might as well send them to the Cast and Faith. Hit that Start Here playlist and watch a few episodes. You know, and man, it's good
playlist.
Stuff. Like, you know, we talk all kinds of things, and so just send them wholesome things. That's and that helps combat that negativity. And we all stumble with that. We all struggle with that. And so one of the easiest ways, like you said, is to surround yourself with good people, good content, and try to focus on the positive when the bad is there. These people who survived, these 28 men who survived the Endurance wreck, they survived because of positivity and hope.
Yeah.
It wasn't doom and gloom, you know, it was positivity and hope.
And so talking about, you know, things like that. So, you know, for podcasts, I obviously love the Casting Faith podcasts. I've, again, followed you guys since literally the very first episode. I've been listening the whole time. I have not missed a single episode. I like when my kids are in the vehicle to hear it. It's one of my favorite podcasts. You guys bring a lot of good stories that, I mean, one of the best things is you guys make us laugh, you know, and that's what's so great. But people can hear stories like the one that you just told and, you know, look at it 2 ways. Like, oh man, those people were stranded for 2 years. Like how miserable that could have been. Or they can look at it as, man, those people survived through that and have a greater story to tell because of it. Because, you know, had they just walked across Antarctica, hey, that's cool. Yeah, that's a cool story. But the fact that they went through all of that and survived it makes their story greater because of it. Yeah. And, you know, you can hear because some of the stories I may listen to, you know, don't tell all the happy things, but you hear people that do go through hard times, but how they handle that going through the hard times it's what I was just saying. You know, if you can keep the positive attitude through the hard times, it makes such a huge difference.
100%, man. And I think this is needful. You know, just this conversation is needful. you gotta keep positive. You gotta keep the faith, even in the negative times. And so, man, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you sharing these things, and tagging in tonight. Uh, I do think that we got a little bit more to go, and we got an ad in a second, but I'm grateful for like-minded people.
Yes.
Keep me afloat in those lower times. You mentioned it earlier in the show about burnout, and we all have goals and ambitions with what we're doing with content creation, and our goal is super simple. We are showing everyday guys, everyday men, that you can live for the Lord, and you can laugh, and you can have fun, and you can be interested in fishing. You can be interested in Jimothy. You can be a Neil the Seal fan. You can love fishing. You can love guy things and still serve the Lord and still be normal. And so that's our goal with the show. Yes, we talk about faith. Yes, we talk about all kinds of things, but the goal is to show that you can live out your faith in everyday life. And that's a big part of what we're doing, but it does get discouraging sometimes, when
well, and sometimes when life gets in the way, and something that has been a major blessing to me recently, which I was just talking to David about it on the ad break. My kids going to church camp, so we always look forward to them going to the church camp. They always come back from it, and they've learned and they've grown from it, which is super exciting. But coolest thing on 10-11 camp for Indiana this year, my two daughters went, and we went up to the last service and got there, and not only so the service starts out, and they always get get a little bit of worship music going, and then they bring the kids choir up, and then from kids choir they go down and they do like a mini worship service and lead right into the preaching. Kids choir finished, and there were so many kids praying and crying and just having an outpouring that nothing else happened.
That's awesome.
Prayer went from the moment kids choir ended until the service was over and people left. All those children, 10 and 11-year-olds, were up there praying, pouring their heart out, and walked up. And my oldest daughter, who is a much more reserved child, she is always the quiet one, she is up there praying and pouring her heart out, and tears streaming down. And come to find out, she had received the Holy Ghost over the week. And her camp dorm leader had actually said, "Hey, we need to call your parents." And she was like, "No, that's okay. They'll learn it." She is that kind of kid. She is very reserved. But later on, we had one of the workers for the camp come up and talk to us, and they said, "Oh, is this your daughter?" And we're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Man, she prays so hard." They said every single night of the service, she was up there praying and pouring her heart out, and just talked about her. And it was so exciting to see that again out of the child who is reserved and doesn't let a lot of her feelings show like that.
And that's okay.
Loved it.
That's the power of influence, though. I mean, look, she's surrounded by like-minded people that are seeking the same thing. If there's a move of God, it comes in unity. People that are all united, have the same mindset. God can't disunity, right? And that goes back to, like we were talking about, the power of influence of what's around you. When you're fed into the negativity, nothing like that can happen. But when everybody's bought in and on the same page, seeking the same thing, there's powerful things that can happen.
100% agreement. And, just, I don't know if your oldest daughter listens or not. It's okay to be shy and reserved. You can still serve the Lord. This is I love him. He's been my friend forever. Our whole childhood was that we would open up to each other. But look at us now. We're about to reach, probably by the time this airs, we'll have 2 million viewers, that have watched us talk about nonsense, and good things and bad, or not bad, but you know what I'm saying. Good things and weird things. But it's okay to be you.
Yes.
Jim, here's how we tie Jimothy in. Jimothy was just him. Not that
pandas aren't real.
And pandas aren't real. But it's okay to be you. God wants you to be you. You don't have to be like everybody else. You just be you.
God will find a way to use you as who you are.
Yep. And
You'll reach some. We've talked about it a lot recently. God will find a way to use you as long as you are willing to be used.
yeah. And it's cool that happened at a church camp too. I was 13 years old when I received the call to the ministry at an Ohio youth camp. And I was the shy, reserved kid. And I was like, ain't me, Lord. No way. No way you're going to get me to go do those things, And look what the Lord has done. And I will say this as well. Though I do preach at my local church and I've preached places and done things, and I've learned how to do that and do it to the best of my ability. I never thought that I would be speaking on a platform like this and reaching 2 million people,
Yes.
It's crazy. And it's just as effective. I've had people reach out and say how encouraged they are with their walk with God because of our show, because we talk about stuff that I wouldn't talk about over the podium, out of respect. Wouldn't bring up a lot of this on.
You don't preach Bigfoot?
I probably could in a youth session. Well,
I
would spin it.
There's some
maybe.
Old Testament there.
There is. I don't know if we're ready for that, but there is.
And it makes me think of Moses.
Yeah.
God was able to use it. He had the excuse of his stutter. I don't think that was something he was making up. I think that was a genuine concern that he had. But God was able to use him.
Yeah.
To deliver the Israelites out of Egypt. And I don't think that stutter went away. It's not mentioned, but I don't think that it went away.
No, and
I think it's something he dealt with, but God still worked through that.
Same with Paul and the thorn in his side. He was like, no, my grace is sufficient for you. You know what? You might have struggles. Here's the biggest thing. Whatever we can't do, he will do. And he wants the glory anyway. It's not for our glory. I don't say 2 million views or whatever, how many subscribers or analytics. We don't say that to be like, oh, look at us. We're so great at this.
Be an encouragement.
I only care that somebody reaches the Lord through this. That's all that matters to me. And that it's encouraging to people. That's all. That's what this is. And so, man, it's interesting that God is using this kind of thing, But it's cool. And so it's a lesson to you guys out there, whoever's listening. You can be you, and God will use you in ways you didn't think. And that's okay. So just stay faithful to him. And I will say this too, to anybody who is in the faith or, maybe you're a young minister listening, take God super seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously.
That's a very good word of advice.
I really do honor and love the Lord with my whole heart. I really do respect him, and I treat his house with great respect. I treat his platform with great respect. I treat him very seriously. I don't take myself too seriously because I'm just me, and that's okay. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's very good advice.
Take the Lord serious. Don't take yourself too seriously because people want authentic. And you're going to reach more people being you than you are being something you're not. And so,
yes.
If you take yourself too seriously, you're going to miss the point.
Yeah.
You're going to miss the point of your life.
And with that, we got an ad. Don't go anywhere.
Storm season here in Northeast Ohio. If your roof has taken any damage whatsoever, if it looks sketchy at all, make sure that you call Heritage Roofing Company. Aaron's been on the show before. He's an honest, hardworking man. The company is veteran owned. They take care of people first, and that's why we love working with them so much. Make sure that you tell them that the Casting Faith podcast sent you, and he'll give you a free inspection on your roof. That's Heritage Roofing Company. You can go to roofsbyheritage.com.
And we are back, and it's time for most people's favorite part of the episode. It is Florida Man, Ohio Man.
See, there's a plan. We put this at the end to get you to watch the whole thing. You know this is what you're waiting for, as you'll have me for it.
Today, it's me versus Chase. I have no idea what David's about to tell us, but I'm here for it.
You better not.
I won.
You don't get an advantage.
Hey, I went on a historic run recently.
He did. David went 7 for 7.
He did. He did.
He did. Win 8 for 8. That's great.
It's never going to be topped.
We're going to
touching status.
All right.
So you know the rules of the game. Obviously, you watch, you listen. And those who are out there watching and listening right now, you know how this goes. I'm going to read a headline.
And Chase and Charlie are going to determine if it is a Ohio man
or a Florida man, both legendary in their own respects. The first story I have for you today: woman hides from police in funeral home during calling hours. Is that an Ohio woman or a Florida woman? Woman hides from police in funeral home during calling hours.
All right.
Am I counting down?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Ohio.
Florida.
It is an Ohio woman.
Yeah.
Ah, got
Out
me.
of-
Got
Wait,
me.
bonus points. Do you have her name?
I don't have her
Oh,
name.
okay. Never mind. Okay.
Why?
Go ahead. I was going
Do
to
you know
her? I'm-
Charlie knows her. No, this story actually comes out of Austintown, Ohio.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah,
We got friends out there.
we do. And it,
Charlie may know her.
I might know her.
maybe. As creepy as it gets, this woman stole nearly 200 items from a Walmart and then went and hid from the law enforcement in a funeral home during calling hours.
Super Youngstown behavior.
How low do you have to stoop to go and do that?
You used to work at a funeral.
I did
home.
used to work in a funeral home.
Man,
Stories to be told.
that's
there.
wild. So she just hid there with her
she hid in the
stolen
funeral.
goods?
She ended up getting caught, but that's where she went. Thinking that she'd get away with everything. She just figured she could
What
blend in
an
with the
odd
family.
place to
and-
hide, dude. There's so many places to
I
hide.
mean, you think about it. Most people are not going to go to a funeral home looking for
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Hmm.
An odd place to look for someone, so maybe a good place to hide.
I don't know.
Weird place to hide.
Still got caught. That seemed like Ohio woman behavior.
Not knowing where it came from. You're right. It's very Youngstown behavior. Love Youngstown.
Yep.
Very Youngstown.
Love
behavior.
Austintown.
Yeah,
Love people from Austintown.
absolutely.
Don't steal from Walmart though and hide in their funeral home. Shouldn't.
All right. Next story.
Becky.
Becky. Becky sounds like that fits that. All right.
I'm sorry, any Becky out there. I don't mean that. That's just the first name.
Next headline. Man arrested after taking Uber to a store to shoplift. Is this a Ohio man or a Florida man? Once more, man arrested after taking Uber to a store to shoplift. Ohio man, Florida man. 3, 2, 1.
Ohio.
Florida.
That is a Florida.
It seems
Man-
too similar.
Called an Uber, had him wait outside while he shopped, and then used the Uber as a getaway.
Does that make you
after realizing what was going on, turned around?
Yeah. Oh my word. Does that make you an accomplice? If he didn't turn around and he just
Oh,
did
for
his thing,
sure.
Are you an accomplice?
An unknowing accomplice. Like, how is that tried? That's
Yeah.
man, my stories today are pretty. Now that I think about them and I'm looking at them, they're pretty low.
Yeah, dude.
Like, not good people.
That's crazy. Yeah, I wonder if he would have just been like, "This is my job. I just drive people around." If he would have been like off of the charges, if they would have got away. Not recommending
Yeah,
that you do.
that's a tough one.
pretty crazy.
That's a tough one.
What a low to stoop to though. Like to involve somebody in a crime you're committing.
Yes.
Wild, dude. That's so crazy.
Well,
1-1.
I mean, we're
Next
talking about
story.
criminals.
Criminals from the statistics. Go ahead. Round 3.
Fast food employee pulls knife on a customer over a French fry dispute. A fast food employee pulls a knife on the customer after or over a French fry dispute. Is that an Ohio fast food employee or a Florida fast food employee? That's a lot of words. But 3, 2, 1.
Ohio, man.
Florida.
That is a Florida man.
Dang. Dang.
So I'm not going to say what he told the guy, but the worker at this fast food restaurant pulled a knife on a customer when the customer complained that there were no fries with his meal. So guy ordered a number 2, didn't come with its fries, and the guy working the fry cooker pulled a knife and threatened him.
the employee.
Oh, yeah, over the lack of fries. So when you and Andrew were discussing how
Bro.
upset you get when there's no barbecue sauce in your bag,
That Arby's sauce.
remember this.
You forget a bun, though. How do you forget a bun?
It was fries.
Mine. Bun was gone. Just
That's
a box
true,
of
but-
meat.
Did the dude pull a knife on you?
No, but like, this is why it was Wendy's.
bonus points. It had
wasn't.
it had to be Wendy's, dude. It was the Golden Arches. That's crazy.
So,
that seems like Wendy's.
I've got to say, I was a fast food worker for about 2.5 years. I may have felt some of that rage more than the time. And I worked in the back. I never even worked up front, and I felt some of that rage.
It's all about how you ask, man. You could go up, hey, sir,
I don't know. I just
sorry.
feel like this dude was having a bad day.
Well, he probably was like, where's my fries? And was super angry and mad about it. You can ask in a polite way. You could say, hey, I'm so sorry. This happened to me this week. I went to get McDonald's for my kids. It was before church, and we didn't want to cook dinner, so we went to get McDonald's, and I ordered whatever, through the app, and we went to the drive-thru, and they forgot the entire box of chicken nuggets that I got for my kids. And so I had to park the car, get out of the car, go to the front desk where no one was, and I had to say, hey,
that drives me nuts.
here's my receipt.
If there's nobody working the counter
I know,
anymore.
it makes me mad. But I went, here's my receipt.
Yeah.
I just came from the I literally just came through the drive-thru. You guys forgot my kids' 4-piece. Can you please? And she was like, she just stared at me. She wasn't polite at all. But the way I said it was not mean or angry, even though I was angry. I just said it in a positive way, and she went and got my nuggets. It took them 8 minutes for four pieces of nuggets.
So you guys may have stepped on my toes with your last episode as I was listening, and you said, your interaction with someone is going to be their witness essentially for you. And I'm like, oh, sometimes I may not have the best interaction. So
we've all
you guys hit me pretty good on that one.
We've been there, man, and that's normal too. But like, I think what we said was like, it'll be your best day will be somebody's only you that they'll ever have, and your worst day will be that too. So it's tough, man. That's sobering. But for sure, this guy had no business pulling a knife on the guy he did wrong. That's wild, dude. Get your life together, McDonald's.
Fries,
Hey, McDonald's.
He
definitely
I've not done that one.
He didn't keep his job for sure.
I would assume not. I didn't read into it that much, but I would have to assume that there's no way he kept his job.
Crazy.
All right,
Hey, remember off topic?
Go ahead.
Remember the time there was a guy that worked at Speedway in Ellet, and he was a beloved guy. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Maybe you'll remember this. Maybe you won't. But he bit a customer.
I don't remember that.
His name was, I can't even say his name.
Ohio man.
It was an Ohio man. He bit him, and then the whole town rallied so that he would keep his job, and they rehired him.
I don't
Because he was he was a beloved guy.
Wow.
Little different kind of guy. But everybody loved. Yeah, he bit him because he was harassing him. It was some ignorant person being mean to him, and he bit him. I don't know. They rehired him though.
He deserved it, man.
But I'm not saying this. I don't know. Crazy. All right. So what's that?
Next story.
Chase is
up 2-1.
Damn.
Okay. Truck thief. Now, okay, so you guys got to listen to this headline because it's a little tricky. Truck thief reports truck stolen. Both men arrested. Truck thief reports truck stolen. Both men arrested. An Ohio man or a Florida man?
I saw this one.
I did not.
Are you ready?
I guess.
3, 2, 1.
Ohio.
Florida.
Dang.
It is an Ohio man.
Oh.
I couldn't remember where it was, but I saw this one. I'm almost positive I seen a reel on this one.
So the dude stole a truck. The truck was stolen from him, and he called the police, and they arrested both men for theft.
I've seen another questionable reel, and the police was like, this is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen. You're calling me for this illegal action that you just did.
Yes.
Because somebody stole your illegal thing.
Substance.
Like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Like, this is the stupidest arrest I've ever
I just want to
made.
know what he thought was going to happen. Like, this is my stolen truck, and somebody stole it from me. Like, I don't know.
Ohio man.
People are something. Ohio man. All right, next one. Man calls police while being stopped by a pig.
Oh, this was one of
By a
mine.
what?
Was it?
I don't
By a
remember which
pig.
it was. Oh,
A pig?
Yep.
I know.
Pig. You heard me right. Man calls police because he was being stalked by a pig. Is this an Ohio man or a Florida man? Are we ready, gentlemen? 3, 2, 1.
Florida.
Florida?
As an Ohio man,
I knew
Whoa,
the
I
answer.
had to think wild pig. You know,
This-
that's
so-
the only thing that
so
would hit me.
Each week we both come up with them and we take turns giving them, and so we run across the same ones. This was one of mine, and I felt bad giving the right answer.
I didn't know that you told this one.
Yeah, well, no, it was in my notes for next
Okay.
week, but it's okay.
That's
So
funny.
the police thought that the man was under the influence. So they went to check on him just to make sure he wasn't doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. And upon arrival to the location, they found out that he was actually telling the truth. He got off the train heading home from work, and a pig just started following him. And he did not know what to do, so he called the police.
What are they gonna do?
Pigs
try to
can
get the
be
pig back
mean.
to its owner.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's funny though. You got scared because you were stalked by a pig.
I mean, it would be unsettling.
Yeah,
Have you ever been chased by a pig?
I have not.
I have not. And
I
feel
grew
like
up-
it's a
I
story
grew
that
up on a
Chase will
farm.
Go ahead.
I grew up on a farm. They are mean animals. Like, think of an animal a couple 100 pounds that, I mean, like they'll eat anything. So they have like their teeth are brutal and they will bite you.
So I don't remember this, but when I was a kid in Texas for a brief time, we had a pig named Oreo. But I don't remember. It was when I was like 2 or 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really remember interactions with them. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely not a. It's crazy because you could let out a farm pig into the wild and it's going to turn into a boar. Eventually,
Yes, it
it'll
will.
like adapt back to its wild nature.
That's so crazy.
What if
Also,
dog?
the fact that they're not natural to the United States; they were imported, and now there's such a huge.
Are pigs even real?
I mean, they definitely are.
No, I'm kidding. Next episode.
It's weird though, like how you said that, like that the fact that they go back into the wild, and they just grow tusks and hair, but you bring them in, domesticate them, and they lose everything. And there's a lesson to be learned there.
Environment.
Okay, so it is still 2-1 Chase, I believe, right?
Sorry.
No, I think it's 2-2. He got me on one. 2-2.
So we have one more story. Neither one of you guys are sports guys, so I was able to pull this one because I didn't think that either one of you guys would know this one. So,
Could give me a sports.
last one.
I like sports.
Notable football player cited for stealing crab legs from grocery store. Is this an Ohio football player or a Florida football player? Notable football star cited for stealing crab legs from a grocery store. Are we ready?
Yeah,
3, 2, 1.
Florida.
Ohio.
It is a Florida man.
So I thought you were trying to throw us with that one because of crab legs.
My only
I'm
logic
like,
was crab.
Somebody's gonna randomly steal crab legs in Ohio. Like, as stupid as that sounds, that's where
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
So
I mean,
this is actually one of
stealing
my favorite football
seafood in
players.
Florida
Go ahead,
makes
I'm sorry,
sense.
I'm sorry, Chase. It's Jameis Winston. Go ahead, Chase. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, I was saying stealing seafood in Florida makes sense.
Yeah,
That's why I thought you were trying to throw us, so I went with Ohio. You got me, Charlie. You got me.
3-2.
So this is actually one of my favorite football players. Is Jameis Winston. He was short time a quarterback of the Browns. He was a huge star at Florida State. He actually played baseball and football. He's one of my favorite players because his interviews are next to none. They are hilarious.
Why did
He
he
is
steal?
what?
Why did he steal?
So he later said that the employee gave it to him,
Oh,
but the employee didn't have the authorization to give it to him.
that's on the employee.
But he ended up getting suspended from the baseball team for a couple games and had to serve some community service hours. But if you get an opportunity to look up some Jameis Winston interview clips, you're going to laugh. And he's just got a great personality. He, this summer, was actually doing some of the interviews for the World Cup for I believe it was CBS that was doing it with him. But he's got a future in the media after his career's over. He was for a short time with the Browns. A lot of fun. He's the one where they played in the snow against the Steelers, and he's like, I am so glad that the Lord has blessed me with the opportunity to play in the snow in Cleveland. It's just a hilarious interview. But he's actually very outspoken about his walk with the Lord now. He's very active in getting people to Christianity.
Jameson, come on the show.
Oh, I would love it if Jameis Winston came on the show. He actually, when he was here in Cleveland, I actually tweeted at him trying to get him to come the church. But very cool dude. But
Yeah.
Charlie's the winner.
We stand with you though.
Not even crab legs.
No, I do. The employee gave it to you. That's not his fault. That should come out of the employee's paycheck. That's like McDonald's comping you a burger or something, and then you get in trouble for
The
stealing
other
the burger.
thing is it was $32 worth of crab.
Yeah, why would he steal? Like, he ain't trying to steal.
He was in college at the time, in fairness, so he didn't have money. This was before NIL, so I know I'm getting in the weeds here, though.
So it was one of them deals. Okay. Either way, that's on the employee giving
But
it.
I would say my advice to you, go and watch some Jameis Winston clips tonight. You will laugh.
Did I win 2 weeks in a row?
I think so.
You did. You did.
You're still never going to touch my record.
I'm going to get it one of these days. Hey, real quick to every listener, send us your Florida man, Ohio man stories.
Yeah, you got
That'll
to
help us a ton. Send them out.
Use it on the show. We'll shout you out.
Yeah, dude. All right. Well, that was Florida Man, Ohio Man. And man, this has been a fun episode, Chase. We're always so grateful for this friendship and everything that you're doing on your channel, everything that your channel represents. We're about that life. We've had so many crossover listeners, and I've got to be a part of that community a little bit, and so exciting. I popped on Travis's channel the other day on his live, and man, it's so cool. Like the network, the community that you're building, and excited to be a part of that. And so grateful for that. Grateful for your friendship and your positive attitude and your encouragement through this process. You've been listening since, episode 1, and, I gotta be honest, there was weeks where I'm like, Chase, at least Chase is listening, like I know somebody likes it. So, and we've grown and we've changed a little bit here and there over the time, and we're excited to continue going, and excited to have you along for the ride, man, and grateful for your friendship and being on the channel. And,
Same.
So thanks, brother. And shout out to our sponsors. We really want to make sure that you get up to this expo, dude. That is going to be so fun. In fact, everybody who can, either from our channel or Chase's channel, come to the expo, or both, come to the Great Lakes Fishing Expo in February. It's in Lorain County at the Ross Center. It's a new building. It's a new setup. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. If you like fishing shows, you're going to love this. If you like the outdoors, you're going to have fun, especially in the Midwest. During the winter time, you need a little bit of that outside taste. You're not getting that vitamin D every day, and it's bitterly cold. Come out to the fishing show, get a little taste of summertime and something you like to.
Yeah.
100%. And also, while you're up here, Chase, while we make that happen, we're going to go steelhead fishing.
So it might be a little slow in February.
Well, hopefully you come up before.
Yeah.
But we need to do a little river trip up here. That'll be your next 8,000 view episode. We'll do like a collab or something. That'll be fun.
Yes.
Fall in the river.
I probably will. I sent a
It'd
video.
be awesome.
Sent a video to you guys, and it was about there were 3 guys fishing in a river, and the water just completely washed out, and they're like neck deep. One of them's got a rod tip in the air. And I'm like, been there. But it's fun. That'll make some great content. But yeah, dude, we need to get you up here on some steelhead. It'll be fun.
Definitely.
Super thankful for First Form. We just re-upped with First Form for 6 months. And so, man, grateful for all of the products. I use it every day. I use creatine every day. I've lost every day. Creatine. Every day. No, I've lost 23 pounds since starting my fitness journey. I had crept up there. I got all the bad weight on me. Every year it gets harder to lose that. And so First Form has definitely helped me with that. Dialed in my diet and my exercise, all of those things. But having a brand like First Form where the supplements are clean and you know what you're getting, and it's a great value, and it mixes great and it tastes great. It's all good stuff, man. And it's helped me so much with this process of getting in shape in my mid-30s. Is hard to say, bro. That's hard to say out loud in this microphone.
I'm at late 30s, so I hear you.
Shout out to First Form. If you have not tried it, go to firstform.com/castingfaith. If you're trying to lose weight, I highly recommend Formula One Clear. If you hate chalky protein, if you hate thick milkshake protein, get you some Formula One Clear.
It is like 90 calories and 22 grams of protein, and it mixes like Gatorade. It's clear. There's no milk in it. They remove the lactose. It's just protein. It's no carbs or very low carbs, and super good. They have like 8 different flavors, and so
It's good stuff.
It's like a sports drink. So try it out. Firstform.com/castingfaith. And we've already mentioned Backbone a bunch in this episode. Super grateful for it. Get you Chase's favorite Overtime Grind. Go to the link in the description. Get some coffee, man. Fuel that early morning fishing trip. And do your thing, man. It's good stuff. Super grateful for Heritage Roofing Company. We've had a number of crazy storms up here. We didn't talk about this yet, but Chase, did you guys get like the wildfire smog that just rolled through?
So I will say, like, there were some days that it was a little bit cloudy, but like we never seen what you guys seen in the north. Now we did see the insane storms, tornado after tornado after tornado. Like one night we had 4 that were really close to our house, and we actually seen one out our kitchen window.
Crazy. So yeah, dude, it's been a weird storm season, and when a tornado gets that close to your house, damage takes place, you know. And so if your roof gets some damage and you're in the Northeast Ohio area, call Heritage Roofing. Go to roofsbyheritage.com. Let them know that we sent you. They'll give you a free estimate on your roof. And man, it's good to work with people that are honorable and trustworthy. They're not going to take you for something. They're going to walk you through the process of all the insurance stuff, and all that stuff can be such a big headache. It helps when you're dealing with honest people that are people first.
Hey, and shout out. It's going to be a little late when this airs, but shout out to Aaron. Happy birthday.
Yep.
This past week. And good dude. Been on the show a couple times. Heritage Roofing and the Great Lakes Fishing Expo.
Yep. So shout out to them, and super grateful for all of you guys listening every week. We mentioned it a bunch of times throughout the episode. It's crazy. We're at the time of this episode drops, we're over 7,000 subscribers, which is insane, and super grateful for all of you. What you can do though right now, if you love the show, and maybe you're like Chase and you've been listening since episode 1, and you're a little intimidated or scared to write something in the comment section, let us know you're here, brother, sister. Let us know you're here. Say something, like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, do those things. That is like kindling to this fire, you know. It's like another log on, and so it helps us so much, and it encourages us to keep going. When they're,
do like me, drop like 3 comments an episode.
I like it all. I see it all. We respond to it
every time something good comes up. Drop a comment.
Yeah, man. I love that idea. Love that. And so we're super grateful for all of you. Here's your weekly reminder. Cast faith in everyday life. Just be positive. Find the positive. Talk about funny things. Talk about weird things. Serve the Lord in everyday life. Until next time, we'll see you next week.
See you, everybody. Remember, pandas aren't real. We didn't go to the moon.
You had to throw that one in there. I think we went to the moon at the end. We went to the moon. And pandas are for sure real. We just don't know the origins of the panda. They're like there. You could see that they're there.
It's like dogs that came from something else.
Yep. Not sure. All right.
Like, comment, and subscribe.